Hey guys, welcome to the week of May 4th through May 8th. Happy May 4th. May the 4th be with you for all you Star Wars fans out there. Hey, we are going to do a new way of solving a system equation today. We're going to do elimination. This is actually my favorite way to solve systems of equations. Whether it's your favorite or not, of the three ways, you've already learned substitution. I'm not going to teach you elimination, and we'll go back and do graphing last. So, 6-3 notes today. This is solving systems of equations using elimination. So this way is a new way. So when we get the two equations, just like before, we get 5x minus 6y equals negative 32. And we also get the second equation is 3x plus 6y equals 48. Now, what I need for you guys to do is set it up exactly the way I do. Most of the time you guys do that, but please set it exactly the way I do. Notice how these are in columns. Those are in columns very distinctly. And I do that on purpose because when we're doing elimination, we are actually going to be combining the two equations. So I draw a line underneath. And there's two different ways to teach it. I'm just going to teach you the way that I prefer to do it. I'm going to teach you to add them both together. Really, the word is combine. We're just combining them together. But I'm going to do it by eliminating one of my two variables. So I have a 5x, positive 5x, a positive 3x. I have a negative 6y and a positive 6y. Well, hopefully you guys can see that instantly the negative 6y, the positive 6y, those are actually the ones we can cancel out. So when I combine these, I have 5x plus 3x gives me an 8x. Negative 6y, positive 6y, well, those just cancel out. Equals negative 32 combined with 48 equals a positive 16. So I'm already down to a one-step equation. I'm going to divide both sides by 8, and I get x equals 2. All by being able to eliminate the y's in that situation. Now, you're not done yet. You still need to get your y value. So, I am going to plug it into, well, there's negatives on the top ones. I'm going to choose the second one. I'm going to go 3x plus 6y equals 48. So I'm going to rewrite over here. 3, but don't write x. Write the value of x, which is 2. And then I'm going to write plus 6y equals 48. 3 times 2 gives me 6, plus 6y equals 48. Oopsies, sorry. There we go. Now I'm going to subtract 6 because I'm solving for y. I get 6y equals 42. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 6. I get y equals 7. So my final answer is going to be, my ordered pair is 2, 7. Okay? So see how it's really important to put these in columns. Make sure they're lined up together so you have like terms that you can then solve as if it's an equation, moving them down, and you can cancel out that. Now I'm going to do one more practice problem for you and show you what happens when you have the little curveball. It's this week's curveball, okay? You will have 5 homework problems. 2 of them are going to be set up exactly like this for you where you don't have to do anything to them. But 3 of them you're going to have to do one more step to. I'm going to show you that right now. So let's say the next equation you get, or the next set of problems you get is 2x plus 2y equals 10. And underneath you have 3x plus 2y equals 14. Well, I have a positive 2x and a positive 3x. I have a positive 2y and a positive 2y. That doesn't help me. I need to be able to eliminate one of them. Well, notice the y's are the same numbers. The x's are different numbers. We'll get into that next week. This week, we're just going to deal with this. They're the same number, just the wrong sign. So that means I need to multiply one of the two problems by a -1. So I'm going to do this. It doesn't matter. I'll do the top problem. In the Zoom call, I did the bottom problem. I'll do the top problem. I'm going to multiply by -1. But notice, I put parentheses around the entire problem. 2x plus 2y equals 10. Parentheses around the entire problem. So I need to multiply that entire problem by a -1. So I'm going to do it over to the side. When I go -1, distribute it through. Times 2x gives me a -2x. And -1 times 2y gives me a -2y. A -1 times 10 gives me a -10. I must distribute that -1 through the entire problem, both sides of the equal sign. All right? Now I need to rewrite that problem that was underneath. I need to write it again underneath. So I'm going to put 3x, nothing changed there, plus 2y equals 14. Now, I can eliminate those y's, but I need to combine my other numbers. So I have a -2x and a positive 3x. That gives me just a positive x. That's awesome. Positive x right there. My -2y, positive 2y, those cancel out. Equals -10 and 14 gives me a positive 4. So I just have x equals 4. Right like that. Already done. In the Zoom call, I did it with I multiplied the bottom line by -1, and that got me a -x. And I had to do one more step dividing it by -1. Jaden Wolford, 5th period, you helped me out with that. Divide both sides of -1, it would have changed it. But in this case, because I multiplied the top line, I'm good to go there. Excuse me. So I didn't have to do any extra steps. But now I need to solve for y. I'm not finished yet. I need to solve for y. I can plug this 4 into this original problem, this original second problem, or the new one. I'm going to choose the second line here. Doesn't matter which one I do. I'm going to do the second one. So I'm going to go 3. I'm not going to write x. I'm going to write the value of x, which is 4, plus 2y equals 14. 3 times 4 gives me 12, plus 2y equals 14. Subtract 12 from both sides. I get 2y on the left side. 14 minus 12 gives me 2 on the right side. Divide both sides by 2. I get y equals 1. So my final answer is going to be ordered pair is 4, 1. That's my final answer. So the only curveball for this week is this -1 right here. Okay? If you have the right numbers but the wrong sign, you got to multiply the entire line by a -1. That changes this sign, so now you have an elimination situation. And now you can eliminate one of your variables, be just down to your x, get that equal to 4, plug that back into 1 and get your y. Your homework this week, is page 398, problems 6 through 10. Again, 2 of the problems are set up like this first one up here. Like this original one up here, where you don't have to do anything to it. 3 of the problems, you're going to have to multiply one of the 2 lines by a -1. Just -1. That's all we're doing this week is we had to do that. Make sure you line them up. Make sure you eliminate one and then plug in that value to get the second variable. As always, guys, I'm available via Zoom call, via email. I had a couple people last week who has said, hey, I need some help. Can I do a Zoom call with you? And I said, sure. And I did a one-on-one Zoom call with a few of you guys to help you with the homework. That was awesome. It was great. If you need that, don't hesitate to ask me. Email me. We can do that. Or I can just email you some answers if you need to. If you're getting confused, you want to check your work, that's totally fine. Good luck this week, guys. Do well. Let me know what you need. Take care. Bye-bye.